We could talk Brent. I like
Brent.
Brent.
Let's go, Brent.
All right.
I like Brent.
So, what y'all think?
Me personally, bro. Okay, so I'm a real big Brent fan. I've been listening to bro since like 2017. This is like pre-Crew and all that. Like when he first popped off, he was he had a group called Sonder, and his name wasn't even on the group at all. It was like I think him and the band, but I've seen his growth over the years, like from being the underground, kind of like SoundCloudish kind of artist, to then he went to superstardom, to now he's at this point, in my personal opinion, probably the face of male R&B as opposed to like maybe Leon Thomas. But
I was about to say,
it's like Leon, it's like Leon Thomas and Brent Faiyaz in my personal opinion. I really can't tell you any other guys.
Yeah.
That are like
You talking about
R&B.
like currently, huh? I guess.
Currently, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's a fair take.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like with this album, this is the first album from Brent where he's not like on his like toxic lover boy type shit. Like he's definitely, I think we're the same age as well. So I think he's definitely like, if we on the same type of path mind wise, like bro, he's about to be 30 years old. It's kind of awesome shit. Like I've been doing this for the past 10, 15, how many years you been, outside. Like I'm kind of tired of being that toxic
Yeah.
male, you know what I'm saying, R&B
Let me
artist.
sit down somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. Like a lot of these songs on this album is real, like just you can hear the growth as a man, and then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, with the music too. But like, bro, it's a good album in my personal opinion, especially where I'm at in my life.
For sure. It was a good album to me, bro. I'm the opposite of you, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like just a huge Brent fan, but I'm familiar with his work. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like you said, it's definitely different from the rest of his projects in terms of like the central theme of it, essentially. And I know I heard a lot of like Brent fans saying they didn't like that. You know, we always get that like people don't really like to see that growth in artists. Sometimes they want it to be so similar to what their previous works was. But what stood out to me the most was the production, bro. I'm just like a huge fan of like live sounds and stuff like that. And he used a lot of like synth bass and stuff like that on this project. I typically didn't I wasn't really a fan of Brent because most of his stuff is down tempo, right? But I caught a lot more up tempo vibes on this one, bro. And I think that plays into like that emotional aspect of what you were saying is like, on one end, the energy that you get from that toxic, you know what I'm saying, lover boy type situation is more down tempo because the energy is lower, you know what I'm saying? Right. But when you're more appreciative of, like you say, life and just, growing in terms of being being more in tune with your emotions and stuff like that and just emotional maturity, that's when you start getting those up tempo vibes and stuff like that.
Yeah. That plus the last album he had was a lot of like because I want to say he's from Virginia, that area, DC area. Oh, he's from DC now. I'm thinking about it. But
that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like the last two albums have been like Timberland, you know what I'm saying, inspired. Like that whole like that era of like Missy Elliott, Timberland, Pharrell, like that whole sound. That the last two albums have been that for Brent.
I heard a lot of Pharrell in his earlier stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So like he has that, like you just said, like the more lively beats, the more live sound, like the kind of like the I'm not from there, so I don't want to sound crazy, but like the kind of like the go-go inspired.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
that's
exactly what
like
it is.
It's there, you can hear it for sure.
Yeah, Tim, one of my favorite producers, so like that makes sense. Like that make perfect sense.
I like
why
Timberland.
It appeal more to me.
Yeah,
I just like the creativeness of his work. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Like again, like I said, like that whole era and that Timberland, Missy Elliott, what's the girl they have on the label too? I think her name is Tink, if I'm not mistaken. Her. Pharrell, like that whole around that time period, that whole area or whatever. I don't know what they had going on, but bro, it's like everybody that came from that area with like artist wise, bro, they all sound like they have great, unique sounds. It's like they're all great musicians.
I like the change of the production. Yeah, and I'm glad you pointed that out because a lot of his stuff was very melancholy, man. And it was just like vibey and I'm a smoke to this and I'm a chill or I'm a, have a woman over and set a vibe. But with this one, it is a lot more up tempo stuff. A lot of, I hate to use him as the comparison, but a lot of Tommy Richmond sounding music.
Facts.
But Tommy signed to him.
Oh, is he? Yeah, so therein lies the change. Yeah, for sure. I like the change. I think he does a better version of Tommy Richmond.
For sure.
However, he still can't sing.
Brent?
Yeah, he can't sing to me.
And you know what?
And he can sing in the sense of he's in the right note and he can, hold a note and carry a song. But like some of those songs, one in particular I was listening to, I think it was Butterflies.
I've never thought about that.
I think it was Butterflies. I wanted to hear somebody else on the song.
Which one?
Same words. I think it's Butterflies.
That's a good one.
I like track 3, bro. That was my favorite track.
Have to?
Yeah.
Have to was a great song.
Is this it?
Butterflies is a good song.
Hold on. Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear somebody else on this song.
Girl.
Party.
Ooh, that'd have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been.
I wanted to hear Party on that song.
And I think Party Next Door.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear Bryson Tiller on that song. I wanted to hear somebody who could like really like,
and you know that's
sing. But again, we talked about this last week. I just come from that era of where niggas was really, really singing. Regardless of what you were singing about, it could be the most toxic shit ever.
That is true.
But they was singing.
And see, our era, well, because we were closer in age, macho. But like, I feel like our era kind of like broke that mold of how you got to be a good singer to be an R&B artist. Because like we got Pretty Rickies, we got, you know what I'm saying, like Trey Songz a good art.
But with Pretty Ricky, you still got Pleasure P, who gives you 90s R&B. Because I'm not gonna say that they were the best vocal people. But you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Keith Sweat was not the best singer.
Keith Sweat cannot sing.
He was not the best singer. I was
thinking when you was talking about it.
But he still comes from that era where you're still doing things with your voice.
It's about being strong vocally in terms of like how much energy you putting into the vocals.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
I say the same thing with female R&B singers. Like we have some great female R&B singers now, but I don't think that we have as many like female R&B singers that are putting strong vocals out there. Like. That's really just holding those notes, you know what I'm saying, and putting a lot of energy. Like you got the Fantasias, you know what I'm saying, like the I love it, you know what I'm saying. Like think about how much energy went into that.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even necessarily she just hit a crazy note. It was just the energy
and the force behind it. Yeah,
I got a take for that. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I feel like because the energy of music, period, across the R&B genre alone. Was all low end. If you think about it, bro, for the past 10 years, the highest R&B artists have all been on that like kind of like melancholy kind of vibe. Like The Weeknd, Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, Summer Walker, even right now.
Aiko.
Yeah, like even like right now, like K1.
Yeah.
Like everybody's on that like low end kind of vibe. I think Brent might be the first one to pop out, leaving that era alone. Now that I'm really thinking about it.
You gonna make me look into that now?
Yeah, I mean that's fair
because everybody from that era, like the past, like, at least for the past 10 to 15 years, has all been that vibe. Like, kind of like you said, smoky. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to like sing too hard because it's not the vibe of the song.
Exactly.
But now it's like, oh no, people are tired of that. They're
and
coming out of that era.
I think the reason people are tired of that is because listen, like everybody clearly loves R&B. We see in all these R&B parties, right?
Right.
But the R&B that's being made, you can't really dance to it, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So how can we have these R&B parties?
And play new R&B.
And play new R&B because everybody said they're getting tired of hearing Candy Rain and everything else essentially.
Right.
And I mean, I am too. But how can I play the new R&B and make y'all dance? You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think Brent changed the vibe of these past two albums because you're hearing what's going on outside.
Yeah, you need that.
You have Twitter. You have, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Too. You know what people are saying. So it's like, damn, that might be the connection right there. Like, oh shit, they don't like this no more.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't trying to smoke and get high no more. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro.
And two, how long has Brent been doing this?
I say since 2016, 2017.
2016, right? So from 2016 to now, that's 10 years, bro.
You've grown as a man.
Yeah,
you've grown.
Yeah.
Right? And your audience has grown with you as well.
Right.
So you would be a fool almost to stay in that same pocket when the people who started listening to you in 2016, like you say, like you thinking about like, where am I going in the next 10 years? How am I going to set myself up for the next 10 years? I can't be out here chasing a bunch of women because that's going to distract me from my goal.
Right.
If I do got one solid woman with me, that's probably going to increase my focus potentially. You know what I'm saying?
That is my vibe.
If you find the right one.
That is my life right now.
You feel what I'm saying? So like,
I didn't go back.
You can't just keep doing what you're doing. And that's why, and this gets, a little further along into our topics, but I'm anxious to see what Future's gonna do with this project.
Future
because he has to. He's older than me.
Is bro almost 50?
He's older than me.
He's like 42. I think 41 or something like that.
Yeah, he in his mid to late 40s.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I don't care.
I know.
I like Future, bro. Future keep doing the same thing.
No. The sound ain't gonna change. Like Future is doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But the way that he talks about things,
I think
that changes a bit. Though. I think that changes.
I'm gonna be honest though, Shook. I feel like in hip hop is different from R&B. R&B, we want to see that growth from certain artists who more like more of the story. Mm-hmm. With hip hop, we're in love more with the character.
That's a
valid point.
You know what I'm saying? So we're more in love with the character more so than just, you know what I'm saying, who the person is.
And is that an issue for hip hop? If we're only falling in love with the character. Now, I know the argument would be the easiest argument would be NWA. Because only one of those dudes was actually a gangster, right? R.I.P. Easy. But I don't know, bro. Like, is that an issue? If we fall in love with the character and not the person? Because even though NWA was portraying and putting on a lot of it, I think it's still the way they gave it to us. You know what I'm saying? Still, you still were able to connect with Ice Cube as a person.
Because you know he was really from there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that character part of the hip hop situation goes into the storytelling aspect of hip hop. Like you have to create that. You have to create that character in order to portray the story to the fullest extent. Like it's almost like acting to an extent.
Right.
Like we love genuineness in hip hop. Like you know, what I'm saying authenticity. I guess should have been the word to use, but in order for you to really get that feeling, you need to see, like, you need to look the part of what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just goes into branding and stuff like that, which is why, like you said, Fresh, we fall so much in love with the character of it because the character is just as much of a part of the story as the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? What they're talking about, but if not more.
And as a fan of storytelling, and when I taught English, we taught static and round characters. We taught flat and round characters. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't want my characters to remain flat.
Nah, I feel that.
I want to see the full circle. I want to see the development and not even necessarily what you're talking about, but how you talk about it. Because Seen It All is the perfect example of, for me, a rapper going back, talking about some shit in a way that is reflective. Jay-Z's verse.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's
crazy. I just played that last night.
He's talking about the same shit he's been talking about since Reasonable Doubt.
But it's polished.
But the way he's talking about it, not even that it's polished, it's just from a totally different perspective.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
it's like the statute of limitations is up. I can finally talk about this shit in the way that I want to talk about it. Yeah. And I'm so far removed from it.
Yeah.
But I remember these stories and I'm going to give you these cautionary tales because he's not glorifying it.